So we have seen the structure of all these three institutions. Now we will see these members. Who are these ex officio members? So these ex officio members are in Panchayat Samiti. One is Sarpanch. The Sarpanch will come as member. The second is MPs and the third one is MLAs. So these are concerned yani ki from those areas only where there is panchayat samitis. So that areas MLA and that areas MP will be the ex officio members of this ex officio member of panchayat samiti, and these members can attend meetings. These members can attend meetings but cannot vote, only attend. And these ex officio members of Jilla Parishad, who are these? One is simple MP, second is MLA, and then the third is not Sarpanch but this Pradhan. So Pradhan will be the member of Jilla Parishad. Now let's talk about the administrative officer. Administrative officer who will administrate. So in Gram Panchayat, the administrative officer is VDO, Village Development Officer, while in Panchayat Samiti, the administration officer is BDO, Block Development Officer, whereas in Jilla Parishad it is CEO, Chief Executive Officer. These three are the administration officer in these three institutions. Let's talk about oath. Oath. Who administers the oath of these members? So who administers the oath of these members? So in Gram Panchayat we see Sarpanch. Okay, what we see Sarpanch, Up Sarpanch, and Ward Panch. So all of these three oaths will be administered by whom? By election officer. So election officer will administer the oath of all of these three. But in Jilla Parishad, the election officer will administer the oath of members of Panchayat Samiti only. Then who will administer the oath of Pradhan and Up Pradhan? The oath of Up Pradhan and Up Pradhan will be administered by SDM, whereas the DM, the district magistrate, will administer the oath of Jilla Pramukh, Up Jilla Pramukh, and the members. All these three oaths will be administered by DM. Now let's talk about resignation. Resignation. Who will they resign to? So, if Sarpanch want to resign, okay. So basically these all Sarpanch, Sarpanch, Ward Panch, these will resign to BDO. Resign to BDO. But in this case, these members and Up-Pradhan, these two will resign to Pradhan. Members and Up-Pradhan will resign to Pradhan. And this Pradhan will resign to whom? District head. Who is the district head? Jilla Pramukh. He will resign to Jilla Pramukh. And then in Jilla Parishad, these two will resign to whom? Jilla Pramukh. And this Jilla Pramukh will resign to Divisional Commissioner. Who will he resign to? Divisional Commissioner. Now let's talk about the minimum members. यानी कि structure of members, how many wards will be there, okay, in Panchayat Samiti or in Gram Panchayat or in Jilla Parishad. So in Gram Panchayat there will be 9 wards. 9 wards per 3000 population. Okay, so at every 3000 population there will be 9 wards, and additionally 2 wards will be there for additional 1000 population. Okay, so this is the case. 9 wards for every 3000 population, additional 2 wards for every 1000 population. Then in the case of Panchayat Samiti, it is 15 wards. 15 wards for every 1 lakh population, whereas additional 2 wards for every 15,000 population. But in the case of Jila Parishad, there will be 17 wards. 17 wards for every 4 lakh population and additional 2 wards for every 1 lakh population. This is what the membership criteria is. Now let's talk about the constitutional status they have. Let's talk about the constitutional status. So when we talk about the constitutional status, so what we see that all of these comes under which act? Rajasthan Panchayati Raj Act. Rajasthan Panchayati Raj Act 1994. This also comes under Rajasthan Panchayati Raj Act 1994, and this Jilla Parishad also comes under Rajasthan Panchayati Raj Act 1994, but the sections are different. Okay, for example, section 9 talks about what? Section 9 talks about Gram Panchayat, whereas section 10 talks about Panchayat Samiti and section 11 talks about Jila Parishad. So this is the constitutional status of these three Panchayati Raj institutions. Now let's talk about the meeting. What is the criteria of meeting? Meeting is very simple. For example, the criteria for meeting for the institution of Gram Panchayat is that every 15 days there should be one meeting, whereas for Panchayat Samiti this criteria has been increased to every 1 month, and in every 1 month there should be one meeting, whereas in the case of Jila Parishad it is 45 days. Every 45 days there should be one meeting. Now let's talk about eligibility. Eligibility. So how can you become Sarpanch? What are the eligibility, or how can you become the member of Panchayat Samiti or the member of Jilla Parishad? So the eligibility is same. What is that? That your name should be in the voter list of that area, of that Gram Panchayat, or for the Panchayat Samiti, or of that Jilla Panchayat. Second is that in your house there should be an accessible toilet. What is the third eligibility? It is that it is about the age. You should be more than 21 year old. This should be your age. And fourth criteria is that on the date of 27th November 1995, after this date you should not have more than 2 children. Only 2 childs are allowed. Now let's talk about the removal process. What? Removal process. How can you remove a Sarpanch? First of all, let's talk about Sarpanch. So all of these can be removed through no confidence motions. And this no confidence motion can be introduced when? So we know that there is a 5-year term, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this no confidence motion cannot be introduced in those 2 years, cannot be introduced in this years. This can only be introduced in these years. And to introduce no confidence in third or fourth years, what do you need? You need support of one third word punch. One third word punch should be supported that no confidence motion. Let's say one third word punch support this no confidence motion, and you bring a no confidence motion. So a no confidence motion has been brought. Now to pass this no confidence motion, you need what? You need third fourth word punch support. यानी कि if there is 100 members, then at least 75 members. So this no confidence motion will be considered as passed only if at least 75, only if 75 members voted supporting it. Though this is the criteria. So this can be pass, no confidence motion can be pass or can be fail. If it is passed, the sarpanch is removed. Okay, and if it is fail, then you cannot bring no confidence motion for next 1 year. For next 1 year, you cannot bring the next no confidence motion. So this is the criteria. Then what is the removal process for these Panchayat Samiti and Jila Parishad? Same, the no confidence motion will be introduced in Panchayat Samiti and Jila Parishad. Same rule is there that you cannot introduce this in first and second year, but in 3 and 4th years, not in 5th years. This is the rule to introduce no confidence motion to remove the head of these all 3 Panchayat Samitis, Panchayati Raj institutions. Now let's talk about reservation. Reservation policy is same in all of these institutions. How? That 1/2 woman, यानी कि half of the seats should be reserved for women, and there should be a reservation for SC and ST according to the population. Proportional to their population, there will be reserved seats for SC and ST. So this is all the key differences to know about Panchayati Raj institutions.